Yes. Welcome back to another Monday edition of the Purple Rain Podcast, episode 417. So I'm just going to have you guys strap back and just come with this ride I'm about to say, all right? The Le'Veon Bell episode, Tandon Doss, Kenyon Drake, Robert Jackson, Josh Johnson, Mike Wallace, how even David Tyree when he was here for a very, very, very short stint, and most recently, Diego Pavia edition of the Purple Rain Podcast. Maybe the only Diego Pavia edition ever. Who knows if he stays around long enough, but we'll see. We will see. But thank you for spending your Monday evening here on the Purple Rain Podcast with us. You can follow us here on Instagram at the Purple Rain Podcast. This guy right here on Instagram or on X at Sutton Def. Me, Instagram simply as10.prod, X simply as10. I hope the pitchforks and torches are out. I know Thursday's episode ended a little crazy, with the whole giveaway, but I hope you still love us. Hope you're here to talk some Ravens ball with us, talk football, talk sports. Let's talk about it all. But welcome back to episode 417. Let us know how you're doing. If you have not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button. Sound off in the chat. And if you want to join the Purple Rain Gang, feel free to join in for giveaways and all that good stuff. But how are we feeling? It's a new week. Happy Monday.
Yes, sir. We are feeling good, man. Feeling good. We are trudging right along this off season. 11 more weeks. Alex, 11 weeks until we get Week 1, Ravens taking on the Colts, man, and we are officially back. But really, all we've got is, June's almost over, Alex, right? You've got July. After you get through July, we're cooking. It's preseason time. You know what I mean? And we've got the World Cup to hold us off until then, at least for a little bit. How long does the World Cup have left, by the way?
July 18th or 19th.
Oh, that's
19th
perfect.
July 19th is the World Cup final. So we'll have it up until then. It's going to get crazy Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You'll have 8 or 10 games going on in one day. So it'll get a little hectic. But yeah, it'll kind of see us off until the training camp.
Yeah. That's perfect. Honestly, it couldn't have come at a better, more opportune time for us American football fans that we do get a little bit of a bridge towards, that with the international football. So shout out to everybody who's here in the live chat. Real quick, like you mentioned, last episode 416 ended in a frenzy, man. The giveaway was crazy. It went nuts. It went wild. A couple of you guys won. You guys know who you are. Mike said, what do I need to send on IG to get the shirt? Just DM us on Instagram at the Purple Rain Podcast, your name, address, and shirt size. That's all you need. That's all you got to do. But okay. Be sure, again, guys, like this video, subscribe if you are new. Like my guy Alex just said, we got a member in the chat. Afia says, good evening, y'all. Good evening, Afia. Appreciate you for coming through. I see ISO in the chat as well. More members, Stretch626, Glaucoma's in the chat. Of course, Mike is in the chat as well saying, what's good? What up? We got Black Daniels, a mod in the chat. Says, peace and blessings. More members, K-Bar moving in the chat as well. What's going on, K-Bar? Void, Dylan. What up, y'all? What up, everybody? Listen, Rain Gang, Replay Gang, as a matter of fact, Replay Gang. Shout out to you. That's right. You listening in your car right now, listening, on your way to work, at work, not working, whatever you might be listening, whatever you might be doing, right? Watching the World Cup. Shout out to you. Please be sure to leave a like on this video and also hype the video as well. That helps us out with the good old algorithm. You guys know the drill. All right. So, Alex, let's go ahead and dive deep into. Oh, did we lose Alex? I think we lost you for a second there, Alex. I think we're good now. All right. Yeah, I can see you again. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and pull us over here because I saw something come out this morning, and this has kind of been a godsend from the Ravens media team. They've been slowly but surely interviewing a lot of the guys, ahead of this season. They did Roger Rosengard, and they did Jacoby Lane. Now they're doing Elijah Sarratt. Elijah Sarratt is the latest one to join the Lounge podcast. And in this one, he shared a couple of interesting tidbits of information that kind of give you a sneak peek into what he could possibly be in this Ravens offense and how he can dominate this Ravens offense in a way that they were not last season. So let's go ahead and start with this here, because this is where I got to get your, because we talked about this last week too, Alex, talking about Declan Doyle. Everybody's talking about Declan Doyle, but here's Elijah Sarratt.
All right, so you mentioned that it's a different level of details here in the NFL. Who's more detail oriented, Kurt Signetti or Declan Doyle? Both pretty serious seeming dudes.
Man, Before coming here, I would say there's not many good dudes more detailed oriented than Coach Sig. But talking to Coach Deck, man, like he's like a mad scientist back there, man, of where you need to be, like how my angle is on certain stuff. But it really matters. Like if you're doing something slightly off, that can mess up a whole play. So I got to get a hat to my guy Coach Deck right now for sure.
All right. So real quick, before we let him continue there, what did I say last week, Alex? And everybody listening at home right now, we got to start listening, excuse me, and keeping track of all of the adjectives and all the different ways they use to describe this guy, Declan Doyle, right? I mean, we've heard mastermind, we've heard detail-oriented, we've heard genius, and now the latest and greatest from Elijah Sarratt, he is a mad scientist. Like, it is that deep when it comes to Declan Doyle and his plans for this offense. I think that speaks volumes into, what we're going to see and how really just like all the new, I'm so excited, Alex, for like all the new wrinkles that this offense is going to show you. It's going to look totally different, even with the majority same players, same nucleus, Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers. I do think that you're going to see this offense kind of, in a way, graduate to the next level, right? And be way more innovative than they have been in years past. But I mean, Alex, let me toss it to you really quick before we continue. When you hear all these guys talk about Declan Doyle and like how he's this and how he's a genius and he's that, do you think that just puts more pressure on the young offensive coordinator? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, first off, so like we always hear connected as well. That's another, I think, word that just describes this offense. I mean, pressure, I always say pressure is a privilege. It's your first time as the offensive coordinator. So you take it with everything. And what like you've, kind of been noted here saying like he's given all the ingredients. So why not? Why not put that pressure on yourself? Obviously, you're going to have a grace period. And I have a certain grace period window for Declan Doyle, but I don't really think it'll mean much. I think we will start off fast.
Hey, what's your grace period?
But it's like 4 weeks. 4 weeks, 4 to 5 weeks. Like, come on now. Like, if it's Giro, if it's Todd Monken, we're kind of giving like, hey, we got to see this. It's got to start fast because every game now counts. It's not baseball, 162. It's not basketball, 80-plus games. This is 17 games. We've seen even last year, one game can be the difference. We win one of the games, we lose, we're in the playoffs. Obviously, I'm happy the way things ended. But with us being, I think we've touted that win now mode. Hell yeah, I want to start off fast. And I think we will, first off. But the fact he's kind of talking about the angles, I don't want to get taken this wrong way. I think that's the age in him coming out. I think guys around our age, we've been so just enamored with analytics. I know I am. I love the analytical part of the game. Even just in other sports like baseball, the way a certain pitch is done, the way the arm motions, now the way we run. I think it's him bringing his youth, kind of showing what he's picked up, the way he's using technology to really make this offense even that much better. And Sarratt, coming from Indiana, coming from Coach Sig, as he said, saying that not many people more, detail oriented. To hear that from him, it says a lot. And I think we could see, there's a reason why I think Caleb Williams is kind of getting called, not the bust word was getting thrown out about him his first year, but there were some nasty words being thrown out. I'm not going to sit and act like Declan Doyle did not have an impact on his play last year. He definitely helped it out, definitely with the scouting, definitely with the watching of the film. And if he can kind of bring that to this offense, in which was pretty stagnant and putrid for 17 games last year, there weren't many games where we just kind of busted out offensively. The Miami game is one I would think about. What other games did we blow somebody out? The Browns game week 2?
Cincinnati. Shut them out.
Like, their season's over at that point, but in the games we needed to, the offense really wasn't there. So if we can get that turned around this year, super happy. And, I mean, Declan Doyle, like, he's kind of a product of, I think he's setting the expectations so high for us. Like, hearing all of this stuff, like, it's hard to not, be excited. And if we don't put up, like, 30, 40 points, I'm like, damn, like, that first game. But at the same time, I'm giving him that grace period. Once the midseason rolls around, I have no doubt we'll be, definitely lighting up the scoreboard, probably putting up 25, 30. And I think it was a point last year, we didn't put up 21 points for how many games? Like, we were approaching that Greg Roman, 2020, 21, 22 territory of not putting up 3 touchdowns. Shit, first game, Declan Doyle was putting out 3 touchdowns in the first half. I'll say it right now. I have no doubt about it. It could be a route week 1 against the Colts, but Declan Doyle is definitely getting me excited, and getting everybody else excited, I feel like. How can you not be excited right now with everything we're hearing? From the players included and the coaches. But one person is not hyping him up. The national media. Keep it that way. Please.
Yeah, let the national media tell it, oh, it's his first year calling plays. We just don't know how this is going to look. We think the Ravens are going to regress. Some people are saying the Ravens are falling apart. There's just all sorts of narratives floating around this, and about this young Ravens coaching staff. But you said something very interesting. a few minutes ago, Alex, you said that Declan Doyle kind of shows his youth when he pays extra attention to detail and extra attention to the little things that maybe some of these older coaches around the league might not have done. And that's why I talked about like innovation. You talked about like him utilizing technology and all the things that are kind of at his disposal in order to make this offense as, again, innovative as possible, right? And as lethal and explosive as possible. It reminds me of like, like it reminds me of when you bring AI around an older person, you know what I mean? And they're just like so amazed at like what it can do and just like how accurate it is and like how like painfully detailed it is and all that stuff. Like that's what it really feels like Declan Doyle is. Like he's like an AI engine right now who is like kind of like cultivating this new offense, this new era of offense for the Ravens. And again, like I mentioned before, I think it does put some pressure on him, especially as a he's 30 years old now. He just turned 30 a couple of weeks ago. He's 30-year-old offensive coordinator, first time calling plays. I get it. It's not his first time being an offensive coordinator in general. He was a tape grinder, like you mentioned, for Ben Johnson and the Chicago Bears last season. But I really, really do think that he's taking full control of this offense, as we've seen in the clips in the past couple of weeks that came out, the minicamp clips. He's got full control of this offense, man. And he's going to have this offense, again, like I said last week, playing more inspired, right? Playing more inspired. So I love the fact that everybody's kind of hyping him up, all the players when they come through these lounge podcast interviews. And by the way, I want to give a quick shout out. Nobody really shouts these guys out, but Ryan Mink and Garrett Downing on these lounge podcast interviews, lately, they've been in their bag. Okay, lately, they've been, because I've been paying extra attention to them, Alex. And like, normally I'll just come in here and I'll say, there's a lot of softball questions and things like that. And they are for the most part, but they're still very insightful questions because we're not anywhere near done with this Elijah Sarratt interview here. He's going to say a lot more. I'm going to get ready to spin it here, but they ask some very good questions. You get some good information out of these players. But let's go ahead and keep listening to Elijah Sarratt here.
That's good. Well, you had one of the biggest plays of the offseason practices. You had tough catch. End of minicamp, right? Second day?
Yeah, it was like second to last,
day?
but yeah, second to last practice.
And I mean, that was Lamar was rolling to his right, threw it up, and then you went up and got it. And it was just like, oh, okay, this is what you want to see from a wide receiver, and that's exactly the type of play that was kind of your calling card at Indiana and throughout your college career. Take me through that play and how good did it feel to make it in that kind of mini camp moment right before break?
Yeah, it was kind of just a pylon route. Speaking on Coach Deck's detail oriented again, he told me my angle should have been higher on it, which he's right.
This is after you make a great play.
Yeah,
you feel
the
good.
next day in the film room, he's like, "Yeah, you got to fix your angle on that," which was funny. But yeah, it was a great play. I mean, I got to give the credit to Lamar. That was a beautiful pass, man. He put it right to Robert in stride, and I was just able to make a play on it. But like you said, a lot of passes in the NFL are contested, man. So, and I pride myself on being a bigger guy making those catches. So it was definitely nice to be able to connect with Lamar and make a play down the field, man, for sure.
Yeah, it's got to especially feel good given that it's Lamar, right? Rookies, sometimes they're not getting a ton of first team reps with the starting quarterback. And as you're looking to kind of, have your role and determine what your role is as a rookie to make plays for Lamar and earn that trust. What did Lamar say to you after that play?
Yeah, just nice catch. I mean, I don't expect to get too much props. Just one play. I got to continue to make those plays, man. But like, I want him to be able to trust me, man, make his job easy because we all know how talented he is, man. So I just want to be where I'm supposed to be, where I need to be. So he's not worried about is Elijah going to be able to be right here on this play. So just day by day, continue to get his trust. That's my goal for sure.
What do you see your
I mean, so just going to pause it there real quick. Gaining the trust of Lamar Jackson early, and we're going to get into, because Alex, I know you haven't listened to this interview yet. It's kind of like live for you as well. But like, he's going to say some more interesting things here in the next couple of minutes that I think really, really give you an idea of how he is going to turn up this Ravens offense. And I got some stats for you too, Alex. I don't know if you've heard these stats, but I did some digging earlier today, and when you put two and two together, it really starts to make sense and jump off the page on why Elijah Sarratt is probably going to be a lot more impactful than a lot of people think he is, right? I still find it insane that this guy was on the championship team and was a projected, third or fourth rounder? Like, I still don't know why he fell, right?
Yeah. It's probably the separation rate, but at the same time, you would have think he had maybe went earlier, but I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all.
Yeah, me neither.
I'll take it.
Me neither. Yeah, I'm definitely not complaining at all. Let me see here. So let me go ahead. All right, let's keep listening to Mr. Elijah Sarratt. Before we do, though, please be sure to like this video, subscribe if you are new and enjoying the content, of course. And if you're part of the replay gang, shout out to you. Please be sure to not only like this video, but hype this video. And to everybody listening right now, if you have not turned on notifications, okay, for this channel, I need you to go ahead, hit that notification bell. That way you are let known every time we go live here, because it's pretty much every day at this point. We got a lot of things coming up here this week. Listen, it's prime off-season time right now, but that doesn't mean we're stopping. So make sure you stay locked in, stay tapped in by clicking that notification bell. Elijah Sarratt, what else you got for me?
Rookie season looking like and what your role could be, because obviously, you know, there's Zay Flowers, there was Rashad Bateman, and then another rookie, you know, in your class with Jacoby, and then Tez and all that. What do you see as your kind of rookie role?
Yeah, for me, I always shoot for the stars, man. Like, I want to be the best player I can be, man. If I go out there and I become an all-pro, man, glory to God. But that's my mindset. That's how I work every single time. So however the chips fall, how they fall, we have a great room, like you said, just with everybody, with Zay, Bate, Tay, all the guys, Jack, all of them, man. They've shown nothing but love throughout this process. But for me, man, just day by day, continue to get better, and then we'll go from there. I just want to win games, man. Win as many games as we can.
Do you think that when you were drafted,
Real quick, Alex, I just have to address something in the chat just really quick. The man 0101-J6T, please step into my office. You know, I've been paying attention to your contributions to the chat over the last couple of weeks, the man 0101-J6T. And you've been on my side when it comes to being a Bateman believer. But today you're saying you're off the Bateman bandwagon. Like, I'm not really, it's not compute. I don't know what's going on here, but I got the book. It's right here. And guess what, buddy? You're going in it. Sorry. I mean, I thought you were on my side, the man. I thought you were the man, but man, hate it had to be you, man.
Can there be a Bateman bandwagon? I don't think there can. I don't.
Me neither.
I don't think you can be on a bandwagon of somebody who's, I'm going to compare it to stocks, are so low. I've said it on X, buy the dip. I've bought the dip. I haven't bought all of it, but I've bought some of it. But Money Mike, welcome to the book. Welcome to the list. And enjoy your stay. Hopefully you're off this year. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Fingers crossed, man. There's a lot of names in that book, Alex. I mean, it's piling on up. So, again, y'all gonna have to stay on that side, but it's all good though. It's all good. Let's listen to Elijah Sarratt again. And here's probably the most important part of the episode, guys, right? So like the video for this. Elijah Sarratt on what he brings to this Ravens offense specifically.
Said you predominantly were more of an outside wide receiver, making plays on the boundary, the back shoulder stuff, contested catch stuff. And we talked a little bit about this after you were drafted, about the possibility of you moving in and being a big slot. Because one thing I've noticed from practice is you have a really good feel for the game and getting into open space, you know, creating passing lanes for the quarterback, and then getting upfield quickly. How do you look at the possibility of you kind of moving more into slot and being that big slot?
Yeah, I love it. I didn't play much of it in college, wish I would have, but just so far, I love it. Got a lot of space to work, and then like you said, I have a great feel for the game just playing ball for so long. So all those option routes, choice routes, just finding zones and stuff, first window, second window, I feel like I can make a lot of money doing that. So naturally, I'm always have my skill set at outside because that's what I'm used to, but being able to go in the slot and get different matchups on safeties, linebackers, I love that a lot so far.
Cool.
It's interesting. Jesse mentioned.
Love that. Right. Alex, and real quick, I want to show you what this could potentially look like, right? So let's take a look here. This is the lineup for the Ravens, right? Potential 11 personnel lineup. He just mentioned how he would not mind going in the slot and being kind of like that bigger body slot receiver. Now, that role is normally reserved for Zay Flowers, but who says no to having multiple big body wide receivers on the field? You know what I mean, Alex?
I wouldn't hate that at all. I think the fact they brought up the knack he has for getting open, I feel like that would play to Lamar's backyard football ability. You know, he can kind of look around, see where the open space is. Lamar rolls out, catches it. I'd be all for that. But I think maybe if you're down, you know, closer in the red zone, you need somebody to block. You can throw Sarratt in there. I'm not sure how good his blocking is, but I feel like he definitely takes pride in it, kind of being that bigger body. But I wouldn't hate it at all. I mean, I would like Zay Flowers to be on the field at the same time, but that intrigues me. Elijah Sarratt in the slot could be some mismatches there depending up who we're against. But I would like that a lot. I really would. Short yardage situations, like third and 3.
Yeah, 3rd and 3, hell, 3rd and 5. Him going over the middle and like Lamar Jackson seeing a big 6'3" target coming out of the slot. You know, like it's just right there in the middle of the field where you know Lamar Jackson loves to throw. Man, I mean, just the thought of it, right? And he talked about like, you know, kind of being like that bigger body and being able to make multiple different types of catches, you know, like the back shoulder phase or the fade routes and things like it's, man, I cannot wait. Super, super exciting what this guy could potentially bring to this offense. But let's let him keep talking here about what else he's going to bring to this Ravens offense.
Minter was asked at minicamp about you and Jacoby and the opportunities, kind of to Ryan's question about what the role could be. And he made the point like, look, there's opportunity that exists there. There's definitely one of these guys is going to step in and play a pretty significant role and have a big opportunity here. So when you hear that, you know, from the head coach saying, hey, like, there's a chance for one of these guys to really kind of seize the opportunity in front of them. What do you think of that?
Man, it means a lot just knowing that he's going to give us a chance to be able to do that. But it also motivates me to continue to go out there and get better because, like, I'm starting at ground zero. Like, coming from now, I was a national champion, led the nation in touchdowns. But none of that matters once you get to the next level. Like,
talk heavy, Eli. Talk heavy. Led the nation in touch. We're not just going to slide past that. Hold on. We can't just slide past that.
Motivates me to continue to go out there and get better because, like, I'm starting at ground zero. Like, coming from now, I was a national champion, led the nation in touchdowns. But none of that matters once you get to the next level. Like,
let's go.
There's some real dogs out there. But just knowing I have the trust in my head coach that he's going to put me out there and see what I can do. It just makes me want to work that much harder for sure.
Tell me about the relationship with you and Jacoby Lane. Obviously, another rookie, as we mentioned. You spent some time at Rookie Premiere and, of course, here in the building. How is that relationship growing with the two of you?
Man, it's been great. We really started at the Combine when we first met. And as soon as we met, it was like we were boys already. And that's just kind of his personality, man. Like, he's outgoing. He treats you like family. But since we've been here, it's been nothing but love. We talk all the time. That's one of my closest, if not the closest person I'm with on the team right now. So I can't wait for both of us to, like, I tell him all the time, man, like, sky's the limit for us. He says the same thing for me. So just him holding me accountable, me holding him accountable, and us continuing to go to work, man. Like, I feel like us two can do some big things in the league, and it's just a matter of keeping our head down and taking it day by day for sure.
Does it kind of help that you're both contested catch guys who have scored a lot of touchdowns? Like, your games are different in some ways, but they're similar in a lot of ways too. Well, how does that affect it?
Yeah, 100%. I feel like what dudes don't give us much credit. We're bigger guys, but we kind of got some of this in our games, and people want to think that. But, like, naturally, we're, like you said, we're both bigger guys. We both kind of play outside. He's like a real true X. I'm kind of like a tweener outside slot guy. So like you said, we have our similarities and differences, but I feel like we can combat off each other a lot, man. Like, even I feel like he could even go into the slot, maybe play some Z or something, just run some different type routes because he's a good route runner, me as well. So I feel like we'll work off each other pretty well.
Who's more outgoing between the two of you?
I used to consider myself pretty outgoing, but I gotta give it to Jack. 100%, man.
He's 1-on-1 in that.
Yeah, he's 1-on-1. I remember he's a character for real. I mean, the first time I met him, I'm like, this dude, he really outgoing, like, man. But Cali boy, that's just him, man. I love it about him though. He, like, if I'm feeling like tired or something, he comes in yelling or something like that. It's like, all right, Jack, I ain't trying to hear right now, but nah, that's my boy for sure.
Now you mentioned leading college football in touchdowns. What is it about you in the red zone? You know, what do you attribute that to?
Yeah, Coach, I had a great quarterback, first of all. As we all know, Heisman winner. The coach is putting me in great spots. And then just you get a lot of one-on-one matchups in the red zone, and I pride myself on those one-on-one matchups. Like, I'm a big guy, can go up and catch a fade ball, can go across the middle in the red zone. But just being able to execute in the red zone, that's all it is. That was one of our goals last year, is to get better. So as me, I just took it as, like, I'm the guy on the team. They're going to give me a chance in the red zone. And somehow it's like every year in college, just somehow I score a lot of red zone touchdowns, man. Shout out to football gods, man. But I want to make it something here, a habit here too, to get in that end zone in the red zone. So it's just something that's been able to work out.
All right, Alex, I got to stop it right there real quick, man. And here's where I got to throw these stats at you, because I think what we just learned is exactly how Elijah Sarratt is going to be heavily incorporated into this Declan Doyle offense in the red zone. Let me break something down for you really quick. Last year, the Baltimore Ravens averaged 3.5 red zone trips per game. That was tied for 10th in the NFL. But only 1.6 red zone touchdowns per game, which was tied for 21st. And their red zone touchdown rate was 47.46, which was tied for 27th in the league. Sutton, why are you bringing this up? Well, compared to just the year before that, right? Just the year before that, they had a 74% red zone touchdown rate. So to drop off from 74% of the time you're in the red zone, you score a touchdown, to only 47% of the time you go to the red zone, you actually score a touchdown. That's insane. It's an insane drop off. And what I want to say here is that with Elijah Sarratt being the type of receiver who obviously, like you just mentioned, always found himself in the end zone on red zone plays and things like that. If you put him in like the slot, right? And again, bigger body over the middle, can win with body positioning. Lamar Jackson's going to trust it every single time. You can easily, and this might be a hot take right here, right now, Alex, but I think you can easily see Elijah Sarratt having 7-8 touchdowns in his rookie season, most of them coming in the red zone. Okay. And one more thing before I toss it to you, red zone targets, right? Last year, Mark Andrews had 14 red zone targets, 6 catches, 51 yards, 4 touchdowns. Rashad Bateman had 9 red zone targets, 5 catches, 34 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And I think that's exactly where Elijah Sarratt fits in. I talk a lot about Bateman here on this channel. I know that's my boy. I'm a Bateman believer. Okay. However, I do think that if this guy, Elijah Sarratt, shows up early, especially preseason, you know he's going to get some time to play in preseason, right? If he shows early that in the red zone, he's a legitimate threat, again, over the middle, maybe at the X or at the Y, right? Wherever you line him up at, if he's making plays, then listen, that's where this offense can get really, really spooky in the red zone. But take it away, Alex.
You said 7-8 touchdowns. I'm gonna have to pump it because I feel like he'll be slowly incorporated the first half of the season. I think the money he'll be making it'll be in like the second half of the year. I think once he gets like that 1 or 2 games where maybe somebody goes down, somebody maybe won't be active that game, he can get a couple more snaps. I definitely would say maybe 4 to 5. And I don't want to sit here and we've been down this road before, Duvernay, Prochet. We can go down the list. I'll be happy to go down the list one day. But with these two, it just feels different. I think it is just the build. I think it's coming from an Indiana, coming from a USC, and no disrespect to SMU, none whatsoever. It's just different ball being played. Different ball. And the fact he did it on the biggest stage. 15 touchdowns last year. 1 in the Rose Bowl, 2 in the Peach Bowl.
Big time touchdowns.
That's big
too.
games right there. Yeah, it's not like these are against, UC Irvine, with all due respect. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody, against the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. Once again, no disrespect. But we're talking about 1 against Bama, 2 against Oregon. Another 1 against Oregon in the regular season. 1 against Iowa, 2 against Illinois, who are ranked. Good teams he showed up against.
Yeah.
So I think he'll definitely come on, but that preseason, man, I feel like come the third game, him and Lane, they'll be in street clothes. It'll be like Dayton Wade, LeJontay Wester out there, some UDFA guys, because those two, we know what we got ready for week 1, put them away. But I am so excited to see these two. And like you said, you hear them talk, the subtle, led the nation in touchdowns. Prop yourself up, young man.
Yeah, come on.
Prop yourself up. Let him know. And then the fact he's giving Mendoza his flowers, and I think for me going back, the fact that his biggest play came with Lamar Jackson at quarterback, earning his trust from the get-go. That I think is kind of more than anything else. That's the biggest thing. We know how Lamar is. You're going to earn his trust. If you give him a reason to throw it to you, like the likelies we've seen, he'll get you the ball. But Sarratt slowly, he's come up there he's one of my favorite guys. This offseason, his stock for me is just rising and rising more and more. But a big shout out to the lounge because, like you said, great questions. They've been, they made him comfortable to kind of get the information out of him, which is kind of big on these podcasts. Make your guests feel comfortable.
Yeah. I'm just kind of thinking right now, what are you going to do when Lamar Jackson literally has the option to hand it off to Derrick Henry, fakes the handoff to Derrick Henry, and you have Elijah Sarratt again lined up at the slot, just running a slant and walling off his defender with the bigger frame. You know what I mean? What are you what are you really going to do to stop this offense in the red zone? We kind of beat it like a dead horse. They've got all the tools they need. And when I say they, I mean this offensive coaching staff. They've got all the tools they need to get back up to scoring 75% of the time you reach the red zone. Because listen, scoring, oh my goodness, Alex. And this is why, and not to go off on a tangent too much, but I had a tweet over the weekend go like a little fake viral, right? Our guy Hoodie Ramey, he reposted that Mark Andrews spinneroo touchdown against the Browns to beat them last year. You remember? And he
Hurricane.
put the Hurricane, right? And he put Todd Monken was in his bag as the caption. And I quoted it and I said, at the time I was so fed up with the Ravens offense. Like I literally watched that entire play with like the straightest of faces, like in disgust almost. Like, and I believe we came in here, we talked about it. I had to go back and listen to the podcast after that game. And you said something along the lines of like the fact that we had to like go in our bag that deep to beat the Browns, the 2-7 Browns. Like that was an issue.
By it.
You know what I mean? Exactly. And like just it just kind of speaks to as a testament to just how bad the Ravens offense, but more specifically how bad the Ravens red zone offense was, right? And that's why I was so fed up. It seemed like every time we got to the red zone, nothing was working. Man, it's just dark days, to be honest with you.
You just brought back a memory. Week 3 against the Lions, I'm sitting there at the game and I have the full coach's view. I'm looking at the end zone and the Ravens are in my front, so I'm seeing our offensive and the Lions are backed up in the red zone. Todd Monken draws up a Derrick Henry halfback pass that almost gets picked off, and Tylan Wallace had to become a defender. And the game was close, and I know that can change the tides, but it's week 3, and we're drawing up Derrick Henry halfback pass.
Yeah.
It's
that's how you know it's over with, bro.
Yeah.
it's like,
the
bro,
warning signs were there.
We're not supposed to be seeing this stuff until like playoffs, my guy. We're not supposed to be seeing that till like Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like this is like our Philly. You know what I'm saying? Like what are we doing pulling out all the stops in damn week 2 and week 3? Like what are we doing, man? It was just last season was abysmal, man. I'm so glad we are 11 weeks away from a brand new start for this Ravens team, man. I tell you. But yeah, you guys heard it there first. Red zone offense is where Elijah Sarratt will have the biggest impact on this Ravens team this year. So I don't know if they've already dropped the over-under betting lines for a touchdown scored and things like that. I'm pretty sure they haven't. They normally don't do that until like maybe like a couple weeks out of the season. But whatever Elijah Sarratt's betting line is for like over-under touchdown scored in his rookie season, I'm taking the over because I can imagine it's probably like at what 2.5, 3.5, maybe. Right? And I'm smashing the over on that. I am.
I don't think. I mean, I'm going to check some lines, see. There's no markets available, but I'd love to see what they could possibly be at.
Yeah.
I see one possibly has them at 0.5.
Oh, yeah. Hammer the over. Okay. Yeah, hammer the over. Total 10 speed says in the chat here, Sarratt's going to be on the field to keep the chains moving too. That's right. That was something that we relied on Rashad Bateman for early on in his career too. So, right. I mean, Elijah Sarratt, Bateman, and here's the thing about Bateman, like, again, like I said, as much as I love him, he's under a lot of pressure this year because like if these young dudes, either one of them starts to perform, the writing is on the wall for Mr. Bateman. It just is because they're going to pay Zay. And if they can get, Elijah Sarratt or Jacoby Lane, if they can get one of them to turn into a star and they're cheap for the next 3 seasons, oh yeah, Bateman's gone. He's up out of here, even though his contract isn't even that heavy. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I definitely agree there. He's going to be on the field. He's going to be a chain mover. He's definitely going to be a chain mover. Let me see if there was anything else here that Elijah Sarratt said before we move on.
For me.
Is there more room for celebration in the NFL than college football?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Especially being at Indiana, man. Like, you do one celebration, you're going to get chewed out on that sideline.
Cincinnati wasn't having any celebrations?
He doesn't do no celebrations, man.
You're like, I've scored so many touchdowns, so many wasted opportunities.
Yeah, for real. Like, he pass the ball to the ref and keep it moving. But, yeah, once we get there, I don't got much rhythm, and I'm not really a dancer or anything, but I got to do something for sure. So, yeah, we'll find.
I mean, neither is Bateman. Rashad Bateman's not a big dancer, not a big rhythm guy, but we'll see. See what he does. He's got that. What is it? He does like this, right?
He did that. Then he did like the smashing guitar last year. Zay? I mean, Zay doesn't have a lot of like celebrations either.
Zay, I feel like
he'll do whatever
manufactures his like week to week. It feels like almost. Well, he doesn't score enough. He doesn't really score enough to like for us to. I mean, I'm just saying.
I wasn't gonna say it. I thought the same thing too. I'm like, I didn't want to say it, but I'm
like I'm about to say like I'm not even like trying to like slander Zay Flowers or anything like that, but like he just doesn't score enough for him to, for me to go back and be like, oh yeah, that Selly was the. I remember like the most memorable ones, Christmas versus the 49ers where him and Likely did the Grinch Stole Christmas. That was probably my favorite one. Didn't he do the flowers bouquet toss too, or did he?
He did that his first one. He did the Ronaldo Sue. He did.
Oh yeah, he did do
the
that.
Jacoby
cool.
tribute. The Chopper City Juke that was the first game after Jacoby passed away. The first home game after he passed away. He did like a couple of like viral TikTok dances as well. Like that's all I can think of. Likely had some celebrations too. Like speaking of like players who had some celebrations, he would hit them. But
yeah,
that's just Jacoby Lane. Like we're just waiting for Jacoby Lane.
Yeah,
to score and see what he can do.
when Jack gets into the end zone, man, I know he's going to do something crazy, and I cannot wait to see it. We will be here. We will be here seated for that. Sean Coles, thank you so much for the super chat donation. Says we don't need a center. Yeah, I mean, I guess we can kind of move off of the Elijah Sarratt talk here and get into some other things. So Sean Cole saying we don't need a center. That's the last kind of like hole on this offense, Alex, that the Ravens have not addressed. So I mean, what are you thinking as of right now when it comes to center? It seems like they're going to go with Pinner, but
yeah, I think Pinter or Javon Gwynn. It's those two. I think any other. Sean's making it rain again real quick. But to your center point, it's those two. I don't think it's Bullock. I don't think Emory Jones will get that chance at center. So it's those two. Gwynn has the familiarity with Dwayne Ledford, and Pinter, I guess, is a prospect they like. I'm just worried at the fact we've been down this road before. And this is my biggest question mark. This is the biggest thing I've been looking at in preseason. Like, I will definitely be watching coach's film at the center position. I feel like we all should be, because if there's one reason why I don't think we can win the Super Bowl, it would be O-line play and center play. It's not too long ago we had centers, throwing snaps over Lamar's head. He gets hurt. It could be the same thing. Hell, even in Buffalo in 2014. I mean, Linderbaum, bad snap to Lamar. He picked it up, trying to make a play. Strip sack. Von Miller takes it deep into our own territory. Like, center play has been an issue with us, and Tyler Linderbaum was good, while he was here. I'm glad he got paid. We were never going to match that. But now it's, time for Pinter or Gwynn. Would have liked us to draft a center, but I say trust these guys, but I need to see this O-line be very good for me, to trust the GM, because he feels like he goes cheap in certain positions, and O-line in one being that.
That's true. That's fair. What I will say is this about the center position and the whole discourse around it, Alex, is that I think that it matters a little bit less, like how good of a pass blocker or a pass protector or just a blocker in general the center is, and more so how consistent are you snapping out of the gun, right? Because like you mentioned, like we've seen before Lamar Jackson have to deal with snaps that are going left, right, north, like just anywhere but center to Lamar Jackson's, right, to his hands on the snap. And I think as long as we get somebody, whether it be Gwynn, whether it be Pinter, whoever, Bullock, whoever, Dawkins, whoever, they just need to show the most consistency. I think snapping the ball. Of course, I'm not trying to say, guys, that like blocking or pass protecting and run blocking don't matter at all. That's not what I'm saying. But the reason why I am saying this is because I think that the guard play has such a heavy influence on the center. And last year we had, even with the guard who just got, not guard, the center, Tyler Linderbaum, who just got paid, what was it, 80 million? Something like that. Something crazy, right? He was ass at times last year because Andrew Voorhees and Daniel Faalele were a 2-pack of ass, right? And he was just kind of sandwiched in the middle, so he kind of looked like ass by association. Okay. ASA, ass by association. I think I got that right. Maybe not. Who cares? Anyway, you get my point. You get my point. Like I think that the guard play will heavily influence the center position as well. And I think that Venga Ioane and John Simpson, if John Simpson can be as serviceable as we know him to be, without the penalties, and Venga Ioane proves to be like, a certified, bona fide, justified first round pick for an interior lineman, I think whoever is at center they'll be fine. At the very least, they'll be able to hide their deficiencies in a way. So I think that that's the way that the Ravens are looking at it right now. Like, look, we spent money in draft capital on the interior of this O-line. We'll be damned if we do three, give away three, I guess you could say, three pieces of prime capital in terms of like, we gave the contract to John Simpson. We spent the 14th pick on Venga Yawani. That's your left and right guard right there. We're not going to go and spend big money on a center, right? Or high draft capital on a center. Now, I think that's probably their thought process behind it. And I don't all the way disagree, but like I've said in weeks past, Alex, I mean, when the season comes, if center is like a huge zit on this offense, like a huge pimple on this offense, then like we will be complaining. Well, again, we will be seated and we will be complaining. Okay, I mean, it just is what it is. And you might say, oh, you can't have it both ways, Sutton. Yes, I can. I'm a fan. Fan is short for fanatic. That's what we do. Okay.
It's that zit right here that like you tried to pop and now it's just red. And it might be a little bit of whitehead right there. And it's like, it's like, well, what do I do? Like, do I go in the bathroom and pop it? Like, and you pop it and it's still there and just in scars for the whole year. That's what it could be.
Yep. It's right front and center too. You know what I mean? Like whenever you look in the mirror, you see that motherfucker. I used to hate those, man, so much. Anywho, Sean Coles also said we need a new GM. Listen, man, I think there's going to be a grace period with Eric DaCosta and this new coaching staff as well. So I don't foresee EDC getting fired unless there's like, it's just a catastrophic meltdown. You know what I mean? Like all the draft picks are ass. Lamar's falling off a cliff. The coaching staff isn't doing what they're supposed to. Like, and I don't see any of that happening. So, yeah, I think EDC is here to stay. Sean Coles.
I think, Sean, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. I think the only way EDC is gone is if he steps down, or it's that bad of a year, which I don't think it will be. I think we'll win the division. I think we'll be in the playoffs, and that means EDC will stay. So I don't think he'll get fired.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry.
Let me see. OG Sean says, what are the odds of Zay and Bate gone in the future and Sarratt and Jacoby becoming wide receivers 1 and 2?
I would put this at like a 15 to 20% because I think Zay gets extended. I think Bateman goes. I think from then on you have Jacoby and you have Sarratt. And if those two consistently perform, now you have a wide receiver 1 making a lot of money, which you got to free up cap for everybody else. That's when the trade happens. And we've seen this many a times with other teams. They'll have that number 1 guy and the younger guys are stepping up. It's like, well, we can pay them right now at a cheaper price, move the guy making a lot of money, open up cap, get those 2 guys locked, get that guy locked down. I'm sorry. And then you're set. So I'm going to go 15 to 20%. Like, we've developed, 1 clear receiver in the past couple of years being Zay Flowers. For the odds to be, those 2 guys, being a 1 and 2, it's low, but it's possible with Declan Doyle. It's possible with a new offensive scheme. It's possible with a new head coach. That's when I'm putting, 15 to 20%. Not all the way at 5%, but I'll give 15 to 20%.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, like you mentioned, I think that they're definitely going to do whatever they need to do to extend Zay Flowers. As they should. I mean, he's been producing. Of course, my criticism has always been I need him to get into the end zone a little bit more. Maybe he does that this season, but if you're stacking up 1,000-yard seasons and you were drafted by the Ravens, they're not letting you go. Okay, they're not letting you go. So, unless you're Hollywood Brown and you asked to be traded, right? Unless it's one of those things. Go ahead.
It's funny. I was going down in my basement, going through some clothes I'm trying to get rid of. I found my Hollywood Brown number 5 jersey. I wore it a grand total of 1 time before he got traded. That's why from now on I can't buy the real things, real jerseys, because you wear it once and they get traded. So
be like that.
Be careful with who you get in your jersey.
Did you get that one signed or no?
I did not.
I know you met him, didn't you?
Yeah, I have it signed actually in my room, so next to here. I have it hanging up on my wall. But that's the 15.
Yeah. Got you. Okay. Let me see. Miss Fancy Pants, a member in the chat, says, does Zay want to stay whether Lamar is there or not? I mean, I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, I think he wants to be a Raven for the long haul. Yeah, I think he does. I think that's fair to say. Alex, is there anything else we're missing Ravens related?
Ravens related?
Yeah.
Not that I know of. I saw the betting favorite. I mean, this kind of. I do. It's somewhere. I'll find it for you guys. I know it's right next to me in my closet. I saw the odds on favorites Tyreek Hill going back to Kansas City. So I guess we can stop, mentioning him, but that's kind of expected. I definitely
Yeah.
think he'll be a Chief again.
Trying
I
to get the
saw
band back together.
possibly. I saw that like they said the Giants just signed Stephon Diggs, which would be hilarious. Like Stephon and Odell in the same room, like 2016, 17,
Mm.
18. That'd be something special. Um, yeah,
Hmm.
but yeah, nothing Ravens related I can really think of. It's just kind of stuff that may impact us.
Yeah. I mean, the Tyreek Hill thing, I think we can, like you mentioned, we kind of all saw that coming, right? They're trying to get the band back together, get those, what was it, 2019 vibes, right? 2021. I can't remember the last time he was.
No, 19. He got traded to the Browns. 18. So I remember 19 is when like Marlon took him and like slammed him on the ground and
Oh,
like
no, not Odell,
choked him.
Tyreek.
Oh, Tyree. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. So like that time period when him and Mahomes were really hitting it off and Kelsey and all those boys. But I mean, when it comes to the Chiefs, I feel like nobody's really talking about the Chiefs as like a legit threat in the AFC this upcoming season. And it's because, over the last 2 years, Alex, they've kind of regressed a little bit. Like the offense, remember that 2024 season, they won like 12 games by one score, right? And they were just barely scraping by. And then it kind of all fell apart in 2025 when a lot of those one score games that they were winning in 24, they started losing in 25. And of course, Mahomes get hurt. Well, he gets hurt and all sorts of stuff. I think Rasheed Rice was in and out that year as well. So, I mean, can we really expect for the Chiefs to come back to like some sort of dominance? Because listen, you still got Andy Reid, you still got Mahomes. It's one of the best quarterback and head coach duos in the league. Like it might be the best still. So, I mean, do you think that we're sleeping on the Kansas City Chiefs at all?
Listen, I like Mahomes a lot. He is not getting any criticism, which I think is unfair to every other quarterback in the league. I really do. I think he's had now 2 mid years. And listen, he's the best quarterback right now of like, I don't say our generation, but like in recent generation, post Tom Brady. That's without a doubt. I'm putting him far and away one. But he has gotten away with 2 back-to-back seasons where he's underperformed. Let that be any other quarterback. Imagine if Lamar this year, and they said last year was underperforming, which for his standards it was, but it still was like a 3-to-1 touchdown interception ratio while being hurt, behind bad O-line play, and shaky offensive play calling. The same thing Mahomes had. I don't see him, giving that grace because he doesn't have rings. Cool, but he's getting away with it. Went to a Super Bowl, got blown out. He got there, cool. But yes, I mean, are we sleeping on them? I'm not too sure. They get Eric Bieniemy back. If they want to get Tyreek Hill back, like they're kind of pulling like what we've seen before from these teams, like, oh, the band's back together. Let's one last dance, like the Jets were trying to do with like Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, and it just didn't work. I think at least the Chiefs are a well-coached team. Kelsey is running on his final. He's pushing empty on gas. I don't know how much motivation he has. About to become a married man. Hate to bring that up, but I mean the end of the road is near for him. Tyreek Hill, I mean, we don't know what he's going to come back with that messed up foot. The receivers, they have Rasheed Rice, who just got out of jail. Xavier Worthy had a down year last year, and their defense is going through like a home new makeover. So, and they're in the toughest division in the sport, or second toughest division. I'm sorry, NFC West is the toughest, and then the AFC West is the second toughest. You have the Raiders now with the whole revamped team with Clint Kubiak and Mendoza. You have the Chargers now, who everybody's touting as Super Bowl champions when they haven't won a playoff game in God knows how long. Then you have the Broncos, who made the AFC Championship last year with Jared Stidham. So they'll make the playoffs, I think. Will it be as AFC West champions? I'm not too sure. But I don't think we're sleeping on them. I think they're being rated correctly.
I mean, I think you could be right, Alex. I just think that they have enough pieces to be competitive. And again, when you throw in the fact that Andy Reid, and I think we mentioned Eric Bieniemy being back and like all that good stuff, I do believe. And Monty says now they have Justin Fields. I didn't even realize that. That must have flew underneath my radar. Must have happened like earlier in this offseason. Okay. But yeah, I just think that, and real quick, let me actually bring this up on screen so we can take a look together. When it comes to the Chiefs lineup, right, take a look at what they have on offense, like their weapons on offense here. This is the Chiefs in 11 personnel, so a 3 wide receiver set here. Tyquan Thornton, Rasheed Rice, Xavier Worthy. Of course, you got Travis Kelce at tight end, and then they've got a solid running back. Now, Kenneth Walker III just won Super Bowl MVP. I mean, if they can establish a run game, which is something that they were never able to do in the past couple of seasons, like the run game for the Chiefs was abysmal. It was horrible, right? So I don't know, man. I just think that, and then they've also kind of retooled the offensive line just a little bit here too. I think they can make some noise. They can make some noise, man. And you look at the flip side of it. On defense, of course, they lost Trent McDuffie, but they drafted Mansour Delane, the best corner in the draft, right? They also drafted Peter Woods, one of the best D tackles in the draft as well. Now, Chris Jones, he's got to definitely have a bounce back year for me. And then also George Karlaftis definitely has to have a bounce back year for me. But if those guys can step up, man, I mean, that front four, I mean, it could wreak some havoc. It could wreak some havoc now. I'm just saying, let's not sleep on the Chiefs now.
That back end doesn't scare me. I'm not sleeping on them. But I've gotten tired of hearing like that, and that's why I want the Ravens to kind of shut it up for once in a while, because they haven't had the most talented teams, but the coaching and just the experience, they always somehow seem to find a freaking way, and it's so frustrating. Like, look at this defense. The front four, yes, is good. Look at the back end. Drew Tranquil in 2026. Alohi Gilman's no disrespect, missed some tackles. All I'm saying, let me get Derrick Henry and Alohi Gilman one-on-one in his face. Please give that to me. And you have a question mark now. I mean, Mansour Delane, obviously number one defensive back, but now he's kind of getting thrown into the fire. Let's see if you can handle the Trent McDuffie. That I don't know. I'm just not sold on this team. They'll make the playoffs.
Yeah.
It just, and I think they'll have a fourth place schedule. No, they'll have a third place schedule because they finished third. So that's going for them as well. They have a weaker schedule, which favors them.
That's fair. I mean, I definitely take your point there. I just think it's gonna be interesting, like seeing what the landscape of this AFC is going to look like. Because, like you mentioned, you obviously have, of course, there's us, the Ravens. You have the Bills, the Broncos came on strong last year. Bo Nix, if he didn't get hurt, they're probably going to the Super Bowl. There's a lot of competition, a lot of rising competition, as a matter of fact, in the AFC. And you can even look at teams like the Jaguars, who are still, really, really scrappy. I don't know what the Chargers are going to do again. I mean, I can only take the Chargers but so serious because they can't seem to do anything in the playoffs, right? Another super chat donation from Sean Coles is dropping the 5-piece. Appreciate that, Sean. But yeah, man, I just think that the AFC West is going to be very, very interesting this year. Even just that division alone, is going to be interesting. So
AFC South, you brought up the Jags. I mean, the Texans. I love their defense. I love that Houston defense.
Yeah.
Then the Titans are a question mark, and then you have the Colts, who started off as one of the hottest teams, but not to pat ourselves on the back, son, but we kind of called that fall off. Don't want to sit here and act like that, but we did call that. But is Daniel Jones going to have that same form we had last year, or is it going to be the Anthony Richardson show week one when we play him? I don't know if DJ will be healthy for week one. I'm not too sure. That's interesting. I hate that I'll go around the AFC right now, but the AFC East I feel like is the Bills and the Patriots, and then you have the Dolphins and the Jets. Just who's going to get third and fourth place? I think if that's fair to say. But who are the Patriots? We don't know. Can they come off of last year? That was a really good year. I mean, they're going to follow it up with something good.
The Patriots will be good. I mean, I don't think that their schedule does them any favors this year. I mean, obviously it's a much tougher regular season schedule than it was last season, but I do still think that like what they have, like, again, young ascending quarterback who throws a hell of a deep ball, right? You've got AJ Brown, some of the other wide receivers on the team like Kayshon Boutte stepped up in a big way in a couple times last season. But again, AJ Brown's the biggest acquisition for them. Yeah. And I think Mike Vrabel, he just has the ship like steady to a point where like you're not just going to see the Patriots fall off. I still do think that they are ascending. I do.
Mike Vrabel, by the way. I didn't forget about you. I didn't forget about you. I don't know. I didn't forget about you, Mike. I don't know who you paid off.
Yeah.
Not hit me with the Men in Black. I still remembered.
They swept that under the rug, didn't they?
I still think a bombshell will come out before the regular season. There's one more left. I think. Mr. Rossini has one left. I think will be given to us.
Mr. Rossini. Oh my goodness, man.
A new hot bombshell has entered the National Football League.
I could see it. I could see it as it starts to heat up. I could definitely see it. Sean going crazy here on this episode, filling up the stat sheet. He's stuffing the stat sheet right here above us. Sean Coles is filling it up. Says, I just want a GM that knows how to get a center, whether it's at the end of the season through the draft or free agency. Either one works. And yeah, Sean, I mean, listen, man, here's the thing. Like, we're not going to be, and I know I said earlier, like, we can have our cake and eat it too, because we're fan short for fanatic and all things like that. But like, just to be real for a second, we're not going to get everything that we want and desire. You know what I mean? Like, hell, we wanted a new right guard going into last season, right? We weren't impressed with Daniel Faalele, but we just kind of had to rock with it, right? You're not going to be able to have all-stars at every position. It's not going to be a foolproof roster, right? There's going to be some guys who are, worse than others. So again, man, I just think that I agree with you, Sean, when you said like, yeah, we should have like did more due diligence to go out and get a safety, whether that been in draft, whether that been trade, free agency, whatever. But fact of the matter is, man, we're gonna rock out with Danny Pinter or Javon Gwynn. That's just what it is, and you will have every right, Sean, to come in our live chat and whoever else's live chat and talk down on EDC for not addressing center if center is a big pain point on this team. But we're just gonna have to wait and see. We're gonna have to wait and see, man. So, but appreciate you for the super chat donation. Alex, I got to ask you something.
Yes.
I think it's time. What is going on in the World Cup? What is the latest and greatest? I see you're rocking the USA kit. We're 2-0 now. Who's that?
This is Mr. He's a defender. He has only misplaced 3 out of his 160 some passes in 2 games. Mr. Chris Richards. Big afro, fucking baller. Absolute stud defender. But yes, USA, Australia, they were running their mouth. These kangaroo shaggers pissed me off. I don't know if I'm in trouble for saying that. Yeah. They sat here. They're like, I really want to beat USA. It's the biggest game of my life, blah, 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 blah. The same guy who said that. So me and you, we've played the same amount of minutes as he has at the World Cup. Bench players talking like starters. I hate it, man. I really do. I hate it. But USA bossed them off the pitch. Own goal to start the game off. Then Alex Freeman, who, a great story. He's actually born in Baltimore. Number 16, our right back. He was in the MLS this last year. Played in Spain this year. Got called up, and he has been unbelievable. And the good news is we won the group. USA has won their group in the World Cup with Turkey losing to Paraguay. So that means we can rest starters on Thursday. It's on 10 o'clock my time. I can maybe watch a half and take my ass to bed. But we will be playing July 1st in a round of 32 knockout game. But USA looks so freaking good. I'm so proud of them. And hopefully more is to come. Pulisic should be back healthy. Maybe for Thursday.
Yeah, because he didn't even play. He didn't even play on Friday, did he?
Think about that. Even play. Come on now.
Man, I mean, all I know, because we were talking about this a little bit before we went live, Alex. I was saying, like, is USA, are we like the dark horses now to maybe, are we shocking the world right now?
I said that's not anymore because everybody's talking about us, but it's a long shot for sure that I think people are maybe thinking about dipping their toe in there. When you win your group, you get a favorable matchup in the round of 32, and we may get one, but we've seen upsets. Hell, Cape Verde, look at them. They held Uruguay to a 0-0 draw. They held Spain. Uruguay to a 2-2 draw. Spain to a 0-0 draw. They might get out of their group. Cape Verde may get out of the group. Are you kidding me? A small island west of Africa might make the freaking round of 32 knockouts over teams like Belgium. Teams like Turkey.
I was watching Belgium play yesterday. They still have Kevin De Bruyne, right?
They do. But teams like that, I mean, they just are not putting it together, but that's what the beauty of the World Cup is. And it's been a fantastic tournament. Right now, France and Iraq is still in a rain delay. It sucks. But 22 minutes, we see Erling Haaland play. You know now, the big freaking Norwegian with the ponytail. But it's been a great tournament. USA, they're making me proud right now. Wasn't expecting this, but I'll take a win and a draw, but back-to-back wins and a big game on Thursday.
Not mad at that. Not mad at that at all, man. And who do they play on Thursday again?
They play Turkey A.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
Turkey
that's
A.
right. Yeah.
They're already eliminated, so we can sit kind of guys who are on yellow cards. If they get another yellow card this game, they'd be suspended for the knockout game, so they can sit, that resets, and then you let the other guys play, and then Pulisic can make it like 15 to 20 minutes, get some fitness, and be ready
Just gonna
for
get a
next
little cardio
next
in,
week.
yeah?
Yeah, next week's a big one. That's win or go home, and that's when you really want to watch because that's when the games get good.
That's when like the actual like it's actual like playoffs. It's like playoffs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you see teams now playing for draws. There ain't nobody playing for draws. Then that's win or go home. If you draw at 90 minutes, you play another 30 in extra time, and if
And
that
then
goes to
PKs.
penalties.
Ooh.
You don't want that. I've been through that just a couple weeks
man.
ago. You don't want that. You do
Yeah,
not.
no, I was watching that
A-
Arsenal game too.
As a
man.
neutral, you want it. If you're watching your country support, you don't want that. It is so bad.
Yeah, it's nerve wracking, man. I can only imagine it. It's like if I had to compare it to like American football, it'd be like literally at the end of like an overtime game, if it's still tied, like you just throw both kickers out there, put them on like both sides of the field. It's like, all right, first one to miss. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be
30,
crazy.
35, 40, 45, 50.
Yeah,
Just going
yeah.
back and forth.
That'd be wild. Like literally a kickoff. Like actually not a terrible idea.
It's not. XFL, UFL should maybe take that.
Yeah, maybe. Anything else? I feel like I'm missing something from the World Cup, man. I watched some of the games yesterday. Anything go down yesterday that was of note?
I mean, today Messi scored 2 goals, the all-time leader in World Cup
he broke
goals.
the record.
Yesterday, I mean, Spain beat Saudi Arabia 4-0.
Spain, that's right. Yeah.
Surprising.
They whooped them.
Yamal scored. Yamal,
I mean, they had like 3 goals within like the first like 15, 20 minutes, I think.
Yep. Yeah, they kind of put the handbrake on. They don't disrespect them, which I rate. And then today, you have some good games. You have France playing one more half. I mean, Mbappe scored a crazy goal. That's kind of normal for him.
Yeah.
You have Norway,
They
Senegal, which will
can't
be
play in this. I'm looking at it right now, Alex. I mean, it's literally like pools. They can't play in this.
I'm not sure what's going to happen because I took Mbappe to score. So I need to know, am I going to get cashed out? What the hell is going on? All right.
Well,
Let
he
me
already
know.
scored, so you should be good, right?
Yeah. You hope. You have who knows? Who knows with these? Then you have Jordan, Algeria, which is 11 o'clock tonight. I'll be taking my ass to sleep. I will not be watching that. Then tomorrow,
Boy, appreciate that.
Thank you. Tomorrow,
Gold
Portugal
coins.
plays. You have Ronaldo. Then you have England playing against Ghana, Panama, Croatia, Colombia, and then Republic of Congo. So the games are coming fast. And then you have 6 games on Wednesday, 6 games on Thursday, and 6 games on Friday and Saturday. And after that, knockout rounds.
Yeah. Oh man, I listen, man. I cannot wait for these knockout rounds because I know like here's the thing, Alex. Like when I'm watching like these World Cup games, the group play games, like the stakes just don't feel as high just yet. And I know like for Void, appreciate the fortune cookies, 380 jewels. Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you.
But like I know that like for diehard football fans out there, this is everything right now. What I didn't know, and what I probably should have, is that the viewership for the World Cup, how insane it. I did not realize, Alex, that literally over half of the planet is tuned into the World Cup. That's how big this is. And real quick, we talked about this before we went live. We had somebody in our comment section on the last video, right? On the last live stream. And they commented something like, "Oh, I thought I found a new Ravens podcast to listen to until you guys started talking about soccer." Absolutely not. And what I want to say to that individual is this, because I didn't address it in the comments and neither did you, but we both saw it, right?
Yeah.
And
we read the comments. We
read the comments, y'all.
We
Come
read
on,
them. Like, believe it. Like,
by the way,
we
guys,
don't
like
lie.
the video if you haven't already. Yeah. Like the video and comment down below if you're part of the replay gang. But yeah, that comment kind of like tripped me out because like, bro, we talked about soccer for like 8 minutes on like an hour and 40-minute stream where the rest of it was all Ravens talk. By the way, there's timestamps on the video, brother. So you can skip around to wherever you want. You know what I mean? And also, by the way, it's June. It's like peak non-football news time. And it's the World Cup who 5 billion plus people are watching. It's the most relevant thing in the world right now when it comes to sports. So it's just like, yeah, we're gonna talk some soccer. We're gonna talk some World Cup. I mean, if that bothers you and you can't, that's too tough of a pill to swallow, then look, maybe we're not the channel for you. Okay. But again, that's why we do the timestamps, man. We appreciate y'all rocking out with us. Again, June is like peak non-football time, right? It's just what it is. So I'm literally thanking God for the World Cup right now. This is like, it's incredible. It really is.
It is.
And then also, did you see like all of the like the Europeans coming to America who are like super
Dude.
amazed about like the stadiums and stuff?
That like low-key has, I feel like the World Cup kind of brings out the best in people. I've been watching a lot of people, YouTubers I watch from like the UK come over here and like they're so enamored by what we have, whether it be food, whether it be free refills, whether it be cars, transportation. Like I'm like, all right, you know what? Maybe it's not really as bad as I think, but it just kind of restores my faith in humanity a little bit. Like everybody's so nice to each other. I'm seeing people having parties at the game. Like how I was at a German bar on Saturday watching the Germany game in my Germany kit because I have German heritage. So it was cool. Like I'm sitting there watching other people with the same kind of background. Like that's the beauty of soccer. You're watching people who you don't know their name, never seen them before, but you're cheering together, high fiving. It's the beauty of sport. Like even Ravens games. If you right now in Texas, you have a Raven, you go to like a bar and there's another fan there with a black Lamar Jackson jersey on. You're gonna most of your way over right next to him because you have a brother in arms right there. It could be you surrounded by thousands of Texans fans, but you got your one Raven fan next to you. It's the beauty of sport. It brings you closer.
I mean, like our guy Jason says, football is family, and not just American football, but like football, like it's family. So like quite literally, and you know, like I think when I first realized how cool the World Cup is and how it brings everybody together, 2014, that World Cup. I believe I was at the National Harbor, the one in Oxon Hill, the one next to the MGM. And I was at the National Harbor and they had this big screen where they had the game on and America was playing. And like at the time, like I, again, didn't really know anything about soccer, like never really watched it like that. But like I stopped and like literally in like the blazing heat that summer for like 45 minutes, just sat down and watched like on a lawn, on a big ass lawn next to strangers, complete strangers. Right. I think I might've been on my lunch break back when I used to work over there. I just sat down and watched the game and like, you know, USA was scoring, like everybody's cheering. Like it literally felt like that stadium environment. Like, you know, we've all been to Ravens games before. Ravens score a touchdown. You turn around to the person behind you, give them a high five, all that good stuff. I mean, it just feels good, right? The dopamine hit you get from just like having camaraderie with like complete strangers over a sporting event is unmatched, man. It's really unmatched. So, you know, like I definitely see your point there. And, you know, I still got to make it out to, one of these, maybe one of these weekends. I'm probably not going to go to the game, but they've got a lot of stuff going on around here in Houston where like, you know, they're showing the games on huge screens right outside of the NRG Stadium and all that stuff. So I definitely got to make my way out there because I'm sure it's some pretty cool moments and some pretty cool people too. So I love it.
Yeah. I do have one more thing. I think that's all for the World Cup I want to say.
Okay.
I see there was a question brought up earlier and it was some stretch. He said, Alex, you had to see Sutton on Friday night. He was done. So I'm not sure what happened on Friday.
I wasn't done.
I was celebrating the USA game. What did I miss? I don't know what I missed.
Yeah, I mean, I just did a happy hour stream, man. I hop on the stream and I talk about the Ravens and what were we talking about? Might have been done because I could barely remember what we were talking about. Shoot, yeah. I mean, we were talking about like Torrey Smith was talking. He had an interview on some sort of show, and I was just breaking down what he said about the Ravens this upcoming season. But no, it was a fun stream. Okay. It is for members only. If you wanted to watch the replay of that, you get raw, uncut Sutton. You get raw, uncut Sutton on the happy hour streams. You guys know, if you know, you know. But yeah, we have a great time. We have a great time. Afia says lie again.
Uh-oh.
Stretch says I was done. I mean, unless y'all can go back and pull the evidence. I mean, I don't recall me doing or saying anything. Exactly. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And they're members too, so they can definitely go pull the evidence. But neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. Okay. All right, Alex, I think we have just about covered everything here in this episode of the show. Appreciate every one of you guys for coming through. Please be sure to leave a like on this video. If you have not already, leave a thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed the content. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the notification bell if you want to know next time we go live. If you're part of the replay gang, comment down below and also hype this video. Please do all the things. Also, big shout out to everybody who listens on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. We appreciate you guys as well, just as much. We love our audio listeners. But until next time, I'm gonna let my guy Alex take us out.
Thank you for coming through. episode 417, the Purple Rain podcast, even in middle of June, hour plus long. Thank you for rocking with us. Cannot wait for the regular season. We love you. We appreciate you. And as always, stay positive and test negative.
Yes, yes, yes. And never, ever, ever forget, even on the rainiest of days, to call God. And as always, may purple rain. And OG Sean Sutton, are you going to the Houston game? Yes, I am. We'll see y'all Thursday. Peace.